The players get rooms for the night. Once the players get out of their armor and lay down for the night, attack them with the mimics that are disguised as the beds. Almost TPK the party with 4 mimics and 2 doppelgangers that had been the innkeeper and his wife. Jesus Christ. Hey, what's up everybody, SkyDieRay here, radically free-falling with another DnDGreentext video. How are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into today's video, I just want to quickly kindly ask you if you wanna smash the like button. It helps out and I appreciate it a lot, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Never split the party. Be me, Dungeon Master for a 5th edition game. The party finds a caravan that has been ambushed and several guards and merchants were dragged off by undead soldiers. The party has fought this kind of soldiers before and they know how tough they are, and this time there are also spellcasters among them. Is this gonna be another Among Us reference? God damn it. Probably not, but anyway. They track them into a tomb that was recently unearthed from beneath the sand by a powerful storm. They venture in and it's the same layout as a tomb that they previously explored except for different damage. Some paths are blocked by rubble. This means that they know where to find the burial chamber of the warriors, and in it they find 28 sarcophagi. Knowing 8 were destroyed in the attack on the caravan, this still leaves 20 warriors. They understand that this means extreme danger, but decide to press on. They find the tomb of an ancient hero in a side chamber. This was the only thing I wanted them to get. Inside was a powerful artifact, and taking it would trigger a fight with 2 spectators, which are mini beholders. They bypass this for now, quote unquote, and head into the burial chamber of the high priest. The priest's sarcophagus is also empty, and a bloody trail leads to a secret door in a wall. It reveals a twisting staircase about a mile deep. Yes, judging by the sound of thrown stone. The party splits, even though I make it clear that it's a bad idea to descend down the staircase. The druid, the only healer, waits at the top. The rogue and the blood hunter warlock still want to try the dragged off man. After an hour of careful descent, they make it to the bottom of the staircase. It exits into a cave so large that the half-elven rogue's dark vision can't see any walls in any direction. The blood hunter follows the trail deeper and the rogue stays on the stairs. At this point, I make it clear that this is a very bad idea. Are you sure you want to do this? At first, the blood hunter chickens out, but then makes up his mind. No, it's what my character would do. Slowly, he walks into the darkness. I mean, that's very brave. It's also possibly very stupid, but it's very brave. So, the blood hunter walks just outside of the range of the rogue's dark vision, and we switch to a private channel. He hears steps all around him. He spills oil in an arc and sets it aflame with his hemocraft. The forms of 4 undead warriors and 2 shamans come to light around him. He runs, wisely. The rogue sees him running and gets on his feet as well. Each round, the players are making constitution checks to keep their distance. If they succeed on 5 checks before they fail 5 checks, they get to make it. The blood hunter, instead, casts invisibility on himself and lets the warriors run past him. I have him roll stealth to see whether he can get out of their way without them bumping into him or not. The rogue, with 14 con, somehow makes his checks. The warriors are now coming back down the stairs and the blood hunter is cornered. He can't even go back into the cave because 4 more warriors came from below and he's trapped on the staircase between the 2 groups. Once again, he tries to hide but rolls poorly and the warriors coming from above bump into him. Roll initiative. The rogue player leaves because he needs to go to work early while the druid stays on, almost crying. To put things into perspective, or rather to do an Amber Heard on Johnny Depp's bed on the D&D's CR system, each of those warriors was high enough CR to be a deadly encounter for the whole party, although I only calculated this afterwards. The blood hunter draws his sword and shield. For 5 rounds he holds, deflecting attacks with his AC of 20 and reliably hitting AC 18 warriors. With insanely good rolls and the lucky feat, he shrugs off casts of Slow and Bane that the spellcasters throw at him every round. He manages to kill 2 warriors and it almost seems that he can rout them before he gets slowed. He kills 1 more and finally he is downed and his lifeless body falls to the ground. If he killed the last warrior, he would likely have slaughtered the rest as well, since those were light armor archers or casters. This was the first time that I killed a character and it was epic. The guy makes a new character. Several sessions later, on a grand ball, monsters attack and the party is again split in the same way. The druid is teleported into a tavern and the rogue and this guy's new cleric stayed behind. Once again, the rogue runs. Except this time, the cleric gets slaughtered in 2 rounds. The party finally learns their lesson and refuses to split ever again. Well, it only took the same guy to die twice, which is really unfortunate because the first character was really cool. I mean, if he would have won that fight, that would have been epic as heck. But that was just unfortunate in the end, I guess. And it's sad that it had to be him to die twice, but lesson learned at least, hopefully. This may be why my player have trust issues. This was a 3.5 game back around 2004 when I was new to DMing. We still joke about this at the table. Be me, the dungeon master. Be not me. Players, all at level 7. I have them hired by the king to find a transport that went missing that had the magic MacGuffin of doom inside of it. Players follow the path that the armored wagon took. Get to a roadside inn and tavern and question the pleasant innkeeper and his wife. The players get rooms for the night. Once the players get out of their armor and lay down for the night, attack them with the mimics that are disguised as the beds. Almost TPK the party with 4 mimics and 2 doppelgangers that had been the innkeeper and his wife. Jesus Christ. I think I would have lifetime trust issues after that. God damn it, I left something in the oven and just went to check it between reading stories and just slightly touched my hand on one of the grill thingies, I don't know, whatever you call those. Anyway, let's just move on to the next one. How I ended the one-shot and derailed the plot. DM invites me to a homebrew one-shot to test out some monsters, and I accept. He informs us, me and the other player, which we'll call Thunderbird, that he's balancing a few monsters. I decide to test out the Bladesinger Battlesmith multiclass using an infused whip with levels 2 and 4 respectively. DM realizes what I've made too late. The other player has rolled up an Ancestral Guardian's half-orc barbarian, not realizing that I wouldn't be taking damage. We roll with it. We get to the final interaction after 2 fights, and the big bad evil guy is offering us gifts to achieve our desires and is asking for a new body. Players look at each other. Thunderbird. 1, 2, 3, not it. Me. Do we need to fight for this? Having near max health on Defender and Self, the Barbarian is not looking so good at 14 health. Thunderbird suggests Steel Defender as a body. Take a look at my spell list and see Find Familiar. Ritual casts spell for a bird familiar, and the big bad evil guy takes the body and takes control of it, and I become a raven person. Thinking, oh cool, now I have telepathy with this dude, and I can shapeshift and summon him for lols by recasting. Reads the portion about dismissing familiars to a pocket dimension. I can't help but grin as I dismiss the familiar big bad evil guy and send him to the pocket dimension with no saving throw. And the DM permits it. I just used a level 1 spell to resolve the plot that was likely meant for level 15 characters. The DM has a potential NPC, or I have a PC with strong history for when they run the said game. Strap in folks, this is going to be a sad one. Pimmy, half-elf blade-singing wizard in the Hekna, Circus Horror campaign. Pinatmi, Satyr Druid, Warforged Artificer, and Earth Genasi Barbarian. The Satyr got introduced to the campaign by some kind of parasite that gave him a clown's red nose, which would slowly turn him into a carnivorous horror clown. Him and my wizard met because my wizard casted Thunderwave, attracting its attention. This is going to be important later. We're a couple of sessions in, and the clown nose syndrome has really started to take shape and was almost in its last stages. One day, we wake up and the satyr sees that he is only one turn away from turning completely killer clown, making him effectively an NPC. He says that he goes out for a walk. About an hour later, we get worried and follow him to the only place that he knows to be quiet, the forest. We leave the barbarian at the gate of the circus while the Warfort and I go to investigate the forest. Find him an hour later back at the gate, begging the barbarian to kill him. She denies. Cue dramatic I want to leave speech that MP3. Warforged and Barbarian beg him to stay, while my wizard sees that the satyr is now broken beyond repair and given the choice to either become a monster or die a hero. Remember the Thunder Wave. Walk up to the satyr and embrace him with my -1 strength bear hug. Hands shaking as I stripe off a 3rd level to cast Thunder Wave. Almost crying at the table as the DM describes how the satyr gets blown away from my arms as his soul visibly leaves his body. We sit in almost dead silence for about 10 seconds. We just end the session there. I'm almost crying again as I'm writing this one day later. So how was your last session? Jesus Christ, hopefully not as sad as this. Goddamn. Goddamn. You ever realize it too late? Be playing a campaign. It's homebrew. Currently, playing a character concept that you wanted to play for a while. Start learning more about the setting's nuisance. Suddenly, come up with a character concept that works even better with this setting. They will also be fun to play. Yes, this happened to me. Honestly, I may ask the DM if we could find a way to peacefully retire my character, at least temporarily. I see that the setting is a post-apocalypse, so there's actual automatic guns and even grenade launchers. My character concept is a war cleric with 3 feats, which means he's one hell of a gunslinger with his preferred gun being a semi-auto pistol. His body is covered in bandages and burns. We can't expect gods to do all the work. Facepalm moment number 3. Tough being a support. Be me. Level 9 chaotic neutral hexblade bard, the team's face, healer and utility. The other team members are a fighter, a sorcerer and a warlock. Initiative order: bard, warlock, fire giant, fighter and the sorcerer. Everyone in the party is at low health and the giant is adjacent to the fighter and me. I take the dodge action right after bringing up the warlock with healing word. The warlock in the back casts command flee on the fire giant. On the fire giant's turn, it tries to run away straight into the sorcerer's storm sphere, cause we were essentially back to a corner down a corridor. AOA time that JPEG. As I strike, I tell the fighter, don't. The fighter says no way and swings at the giant. Both strikes land. The fighter has sentinel. The giant's speed is reduced to 0. Facepalm.png. Command effect ends as it's unable to follow the command. The giant strikes the fighter twice as I dodge action that turn. The fighter falls down in the first hit and loses 2 death saving throws on the second one. He fails his final death saving throw and his character dies. My face when the fighter guy is making his 5th character sheet in the campaign. Jesus Christ, man. I think there's been a total of like 3 PCs dying in all of the stories combined in this video, and Jesus Christ, man, some of those could have really been avoided, if not all. Anyway, I guess that's gonna be it for today's video, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting on Patreon, I appreciate it a lot, as well as the channel members on YouTube, thank you so much for that. Links below if you wanna check those out, as links to the social media, Discord servers, everything else. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!